Hey, what's up? I'm Rekeema. Welcome to Detaileddream, but the primary focus is to expose you to the expansive world of luxury goods for yourself and your home. Today I have a couple candles that I've been wanting to bring to the channel for a while now. I can't believe I'm just now making a video on matted land as much as I bring them up in videos. But today is the day I have a conversation with you about this incredible unique brand. Matted land is what I like to call authentically raw. Let me explain. Yes, this is surely a high-end luxury home fragrance and perfumery brand. But the thing is, you will not find pretty polished porcelain or ceramic vessels or any complex scents with a dense olfactory pyramid. Luxury doesn't always mean pretty, and Matted Land has set themselves apart from other brands by providing a type of sophisticated rawness with the simplicity of only using a few ingredients for each of their scents. I personally align with the moral values of what Matted Land represent and stand for. For one, they creatively and commercially move to the beat of their own drums, so they answer to no one and they have that freedom to create at will. They started out as a small business and choose to remain that way. I think most successful small businesses have that same mindset, but this is just speaking on Matted Land as a business. I also love the fact that they work with raw materials to create their scents with only using a few ingredients. They refuse to use any petroleum-based waxes for their candles, on top of having respect for indigenous cultures and a knowledge of nature to pass it on to others. Yes, 1,000 times yes. I really love to experience things like this. Matted Land believes fragrance transcends our emotions, which, is something I truly believe. I feel fragrance is a feeling for the soul. It's the reason we are repulsed when we smell something bad, opposed to when we smell something we enjoy. It makes us smile. It changes the entire mood. It really brings those good emotions front and center. The main source of their inspiration for their perfume and candles comes from the nature of the southern French Alps that surrounds their atelier. This is a brand that believes beauty is diverse with the want to create a new contemporary concept of French perfumery. It's the idea of innovating a new form of beauty through our tactile and primal olfactory senses. That was a mouthful. Now this is why Matted Land is a top tier candle brand. Taking a closer look into these candles will show you everything Matted Land stands for, starting with these handcrafted iron vessels. I'm going to be honest, there isn't anything pretty about these vessels, but that's the beauty of it. There is a beautiful, unfinished ruggedness look and feel to them, and at the same time, there is simplicity in the design that can be styled many different ways. Maybe in a rustic industrial style space with dark elements, or you can switch it up with a farmhouse style space with natural elements. There's plenty you can do if you're solely looking at the style of the vessel. All the iron coming from Matted Land is handcrafted with imperfections like small scratches and random indentations. You can definitely see those imperfections on the lid and the underside of it. You really get to see the handcrafted nature. Like I said, it's not pretty, but that's not the goal. It's a sophisticated rawness. I mean, these candles do come with a lid. The craftsmanship could have stopped at the vessel, but that same handcrafted ironwork are put into the lids as well. Something I really appreciate as a collector. Now, if I'm paying over a certain amount for a candle, I think it's absolutely necessary that they come with lids. I really like to display the different candles that I currently have in my burning rotation. When they're not in use, I would like to cover it with something nice looking to complete the look of the candle, especially if I go days without burning that particular candle. Can't have unsightly dust particles lounging on the wax. It's not a good look. But overall, the craftsmanship of these iron vessels are truly noteworthy. By looking at them, you would think that they would be on the heavier side, but they are quite light vessels. There's still a sturdy, solid feeling to them, of course, because of the iron. But they also feel thin enough to almost bend with enough force. Not that anyone should be sitting trying to bend iron. I'm thinking after all the wax is gone, I'm going to hammer them into unique shapes and put them on display. Do some of my own ironwork. I think it'll be a very nice look as desk decor, almost like a deconstructed art piece, something you definitely cannot do with ceramic or glass vessels. Hopefully it comes out the way I'm picturing it in my head. I'll give an update in a few months to let you know how it went, and if you don't hear about it, then ironwork is not my calling. Real quick before we get into the scents, I want to ask y'all a question about the wax. Has anyone ever had their wax look like this with this rough texture? The look of it reminds me of the surface of the moon. It's 100% natural vegetable wax, so maybe that's the reason. There's absolutely nothing wrong while burning. These candles are actually a couple of the best burning candles in my collection. They melt beautifully every single time without the use of aluminum foil. No tunneling or anything, and this is how they look after every burn for each candle. When the wax cools, it turns into this. I'm sure it's just the vegetable wax because both candles I have look like this after cooling down. I've personally never seen anything like this before, so Let me know if this is something you've seen before. Maybe that's why they come with lids. I'm joking. Other than that, I get 100% perfect burns, which is what I expect in this price range. Something else I want to point out is the wax color. For both candles I have, they have black wax, but on some sites I see white wax. Even on the Meadowland site, they have some candles with white wax and others with black. I much prefer black wax to tie in the aesthetics of the brand. But just a heads up if you're interested in these candles that there are different colored waxes. And if you live in the States, I recommend buying from Candle Delirium, The Real Real, or Bergdorf's. They have the same prices at either of those places. So if you want to sniff before buying, you can definitely do that as well. I know for sure they're on display at Candle Delirium to do a quick sniff test. The reason I say buy from either of those three places is that you want to avoid paying international duties if you're buying online. So save yourself some money. I'll be sure to have links in the description as well. As far as the scents, they took their time and crafted works of art that speaks to the soul with these scents. I have two candles, Night Sook and Asphalt Rose. I wasn't thinking at the time, but these two candles will make great scents for the fall season or cooler weather. I should have included these candles in my fall video, especially Night Sook. I guess this is fall candle recommendations part 1.5. The quality of these scents are definitely top tier. The quality is like what you would get from Cire Trudon or Diptyque. The scents aren't similar, of course, they have their own styles, just the quality of the scents are similar. The two candles I have has a deep warmth to them. Like I said, the scents are not complex at all. There is simplicity to the ingredients that Meadowland uses for their scents. Careful attention is paid to these scents to make sure they are using ingredients of the purest quality. Night Sook definitely has a nice deep warm aroma with smoky incense and patchouli, but it also has a smooth creamy quality thanks to vanilla. Just those three notes make up this scent. From the cold throw, the vanilla is very prominent. It's the first thing my nose picks up when I keep smelling the cold throw for more than a few seconds. I start to pick up the full character of the scent, and when burning, it fully unfolds into the warmth of incense and patchouli. Think of your favorite vanilla candle for all of my vanilla candle lovers out there, and warm it up with a resinous, slightly musky smell. I'm not too much of a vanilla fan because it can smell too rich and sweet at times, so when I burned this for the first time, I was expecting the vanilla to be amplified, drowning out the other two notes. I'm glad I was wrong. I really enjoy the warm resinous smell of incense, so I was happy to smell it come through while it was burning. The size of these candles are about 10 ounces and performs very well in a large space. The cold throw of Night Sook is good. I would say it's moderate, even borderlining strong. If this is sitting on my coffee table, I would get occasional whiffs of warm vanilla when I'm walking close by. The hot throw is strong. If you enjoy stronger candles, you'll enjoy this one. For reference, the hot throw performs about the same as a Trudon or a candle from Harlem Candle Co., the 2-wick versions. I know majority of you have experienced Cire Trudon or Harlem Candle Co., so just for performance comparisons, you should have a rough idea of how this will perform in your space. Night Sook is incredible for a large space. I honestly get away with burning this scent throughout the afternoon and throughout the evening. It's just an all-around great warm, creamy scent. The wax melts nicely every time without issue. I don't worry too much about these candles, if at all. I know every time I'll get a full surface melt within a couple hours. Such a beautiful scent. What's even more beautiful is the Asphalt Rose scent. Now, this rose scent is absolutely stunning. It feels like I'm coming into another all-time favorite note of mine. When a rose scent is done right, it can have the most seductive aroma. I think I mentioned in my Harlem Candle Co. collection video that their Love Candle is a beautiful rose scent done right. Take that scent and amplify it 5 times and you'll have Asphalt Rose. Rose scents in general gets a bad rep, but I'm someone who thoroughly enjoys them. It just has to be high quality and done right. If it's a rose, jasmine, or bergamot scent, oh, I'm all in. Those 3 notes are my all-time favorite right now. The thing is with Asphalt Rose, rose is the only note aside from macadam. I think that's how it's pronounced, which is what I believe is the smell of an asphalt road. Not entirely sure what that's supposed to smell like, but clearly this is a rose-focused scent, and it's a good one. I'll go as far as saying it's probably the best rose scent I've smelled yet. Definitely my favorite out of these 2 candles. It has that distinctive smell of light powder. but smells warm and rich while also having some depth to it. When I smell this candle, it reminds me of a combination between luxury and seductiveness. Think of having a romantic night overlooking the city with the windows open after a light rain, so you get that nice crisp air filling the room and you're surrounded by the essence of roses and rose petals. And to enhance the rose smell, you lightly spritz them with a nice rose parfum. Man, what a good feeling a rose scent can provide. The Cole throws a light rose scent and it's also on the moderate to stronger side, like Night Sook. I love when I have this sitting out and I walk into a room and pick up that fresh rose scent. The Hawthorne is strong. Most rose scents will perform very well when burning. This one just amplifies the rose scent a little smoother and better than average. This will perform great in a large size room, as I assumed from when I burned Night Sook for the first time. You really have to enjoy rose to get the most from this, or you might just want to get it to enjoy a romantic night. It works well. You'll catch me burning this at any given time of day. Morning, afternoon, or night. I do not mind a good rose candle. These are truly extraordinary scents to match the extraordinary brand of Matted Land. This is the reason why I ranked them so high in my candle ranking video. I'm excited that I finally got to release this video. If you want to splurge a little on a high-end candle that uses natural wax with solid moral values, I would highly recommend looking into Matted Land. These candles are definitely collection worthy. Now, I love to give away candles to whoever comes over, but these, oh, they'll be off limits.